Hey everybody, we are live. It's just me and Rob Fuz for now while we wait for you guys to come in and chat. Rob, you want to say hello?
Hey there. Hey everyone. How's it going? Dole Whip Dad, the man. It's an honor to be on your channel. Thank you so much for asking me on it. So
thank you, buddy. Man? Thank you for doing it. You have been busy. So the fact that you're doing it today of all days makes my day. I'm gonna get a little audio in the background here that I gotta shut up. So hold on one second. But anyway, Rob, what have you been doing today?
Today, Jeff, I'm on this media blitz. So yesterday I did Disney Fiasco with my man Disney Danny's awesome power channel of mine, and I just did Bob and Ashley's show at 7 o'clock. I love those guys, my partner channels, and I'm coming to do you, and I'm going to do Brandy and Dave's podcast soon too. I was supposed to do it tomorrow. Yeah, they're awesome. I loved yours when you guys did it with them. So yeah, I'm on the media blitz, and you're part of my media blitz. So thanks.
I love it. I'm honored to be a part of it. So
I rode to 2,000 subscribers. So me and Jeff are neck and neck. I was just looking. He's ahead of me. So let's get me ahead of channel.
Yeah, right. Let's do it. I love it.
So
my chat's not popping up. There we go. Now it popped up. I was gonna say I'm having a little trouble. I saw 7 likes and nobody in chat, which is kind of impossible. But there we are. Allison's in the house. Donna's in the house. Angela's in the house. Stacy, Magical News Live. Bob and Ashley. We just mentioned you. Duke Family. Nathan in the house. Man, you guys are popping. I think my stream was just starting a little slow there, but if you're just popping in, welcome in Rob, the most famous guy on YouTube, at least for today.
For today, yeah. What's up, Magical News Live? He's a great channel.
Yeah,
hey, I was so excited. My first thing was like, Jeff, I love your background and everything. He pops on Hangouts, and he's got a whole new background back there. It looks awesome. So
thank you. Yeah. I don't know. So I got to be honest with you. I want to talk about you, not me, but my background is sized a little differently. So they're normally, landscape, and this one's more vertical.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm not feeling it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not feeling it. And I've got 2 that the world hasn't seen yet. And one's a spring one, but it's kind of animated. I haven't had an animated one yet, so I don't know. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about you. So go back. For a whole bunch of people just showed up in chat. Welcome, everybody. So glad you're here. So you did something today, and you're going to do something tomorrow, and you were on Disney Fiasco. Want to tell people that so they can go check those out, whether they happened or are about to happen?
Yeah, well, of course, it's my channel. Of course. My channel is Rob Fuz. My last name, the first 3 letters is Fuzz. So, a little anonymity. I can't say that word.
Anonymity.
Thanks. And, I don't know. I just go by Rob Fuz and everything. I have Rob Fuz on all my, social media and my website, robfuzz.com. And, I do. Jeff, see, I like Jeff because he gets me. So he was saying before the chat and everything, and he was and like, thanks, Jeff. I really appreciate it. It meant a lot to me that you actually did get me, which was really right off the bat was a great first impression. First talking to you for the first time, like face to face. But I try to be a little different. Jeff said that beforehand. I probably should have let you say that, but
okay. I
do Disney stuff. I do theme park stuff. I have a show with my nephew. His name's Frankie. We do Frankie Friday.
I think that's the first one I ever saw with you. I'm pretty sure because I remember thinking I thought it was your son, but it's your nephew. But regardless,
I have 2 sons, but this is my nephew. He likes to do YouTube and everything. And I do another show with my buddy Disney Dan and Adam's Land. We do a pub talk, and we have a bunch of different regulars and everything. And this Friday we just did. It was fun. I literally had 18 different YouTube creators on my channel at once. Like we did a 3-hour pub talk on Friday. So it's my media blitz week. I did a bunch of streams and I'm on a couple different channels and everything. It's been a blast, a lot of fun. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Dole Whip Dad just put it in the link there. No, it's youtube.com/Rob Fuz. I actually got Rob Fuz. It wasn't available at first. But if you guys want to subscribe to me, you guys are new to me on this channel and everything. I'm trying to get Jeff to 2,000 too. So it's our challenge to get to 2,000. So
I like it. If
you guys are new for my channel, definitely check out Dole Whip Dad's.
I appreciate
channel
that
too.
So,
yeah, definitely.
Well, this is a good segue. So I want to ask you, why did you start a channel, and what are your goals for your channel? I mean, we talked about it a little bit pre-show, but
this is a good story. I didn't actually tell you this stuff. So, by the way, I did a costume change. I'm in my pajama bottoms now. I got all comfortable. This is the after hours with Dole Whip Dad. I love Dole Whip, by the way. So yeah,
I have something, but I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna shut up and just let that one go.
You can say it. I don't care. Thanks, Red. Thanks for posting the link, Jeff, too, as well. That's my channel, youtube.com/Rob Fuz. Thanks. But yeah, so it's funny because I think I created my channel. Ooh, it's I have a reason. Like I created my channel in 2008 in my YouTube channel, and no, I think I have a ton of followers on YouTube. I have a ton of followers on Facebook and Twitter, and I did YouTube and I did a couple of videos. It was a different world then. They didn't have live streamings in 2008, 2009, whatever. And I'll be honest with you, I just was back then I was a little afraid to post content and stuff like that. So I do a lot of stuff and everything, and I just didn't want to be out there on YouTube for some reason. I don't know. Fast forward like 10 years, live streaming. I own my own multimedia company, 360 Multimedia. That's my company. I do websites and video and photography and that kind of stuff. So I love all this stuff. I went to school for communications and broadcasting and stuff like that. And it's funny because I wanted to be in TV, and I learned very bizarrely, I didn't really like the TV world. It just it wasn't for me. I interned at this cable network called America's Talking, which was owned by NBC at the time. It's now MSNBC. It only lasted 2 years. And I met a lot of celebrities. I got to do a lot of cool photography. And I actually love portions of it, but I just didn't like broadcasting and everything. And then believe it, I know it sounds so old, but when I went to college, it was just the internet was starting to get big. And I started doing broadcasting, and I started doing audio broadcasting and video broadcasting. And, with the dial-up modems and slower connections, it really wasn't there. So fast forward with my multimedia company, with the fast connections, with live broadcasting and everything, I really started my channel. I'm about a year and 2 months now strong. I started January 2018, started doing live streams, started doing, we'll get to that too, all the different stuff I did on my channel. But I really did it to learn internet broadcasting, learn super chats, to learn streaming, to learn how to make a business at it, to be honest with you. And I just kind of did it. And I realized I wasn't really good with the camera. I really wasn't good with speaking, because I thought I was. And then I did some video stuff for work, and I'm like, yeah, that was pretty horrible. So I think,
who dislikes hearing themselves speak the most? Us. When you hear, so I'll just say it respectfully. You're crazy. You sound great, man.
If you go watch my first videos, you're not gonna say that though. But I evolved over the year and a half or whatever I'm coming in now. I definitely evolved, and I think I'm not bragging or anything, but I think I am much better. So I am a much better speaker. I'm not nervous, and like I'm doing this media tour. I'm on your show. I'm on Bob and Ashley. I'm on Disney Dan's show. I'm on Brandy and Dave. It's just, and I did the live place. I did their podcast and everything. It's just a lot of fun doing these other shows and everything. So I really appreciate you having me on. So I kind of got over. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I would say no. Thank you.
Yeah. I just got over that stage fright. I really like putting people together. I kind of made up a thing called Drop That Rope. I'm going to be evolving more. It's mainly just for theme park enthusiasts. It's like, drop that rope, like rope droppers and people that just love to go to theme parks, just like you and everything. And I like promoting your videos, and I like promoting, like a lot of people here that do videos and stuff like that. That's why I made that, just to promote videos and stuff. So,
I love that. So, go. I'm sorry. I keep.
I like Drop That Rope, but I do promote me as well. Me as a person, me as my company and stuff like that. So that's kind of why I got into it. So does that seem good?
No, that's a great answer. This is about you. I don't want to talk about me, but I work with kids, and we just finished a class. I guess it was 2 Fridays ago. It doesn't matter. It's so you want to be an influencer, which is weird because I'm teaching it and I'm not an influencer. I got, we got 1,800 subscriptions, whatever. But the point is not, I just deeply believe that today, I'm going to get a little philosophical and a little preachy here, but everything is in front of us right now. Today, you can do anything you want because of the internet. You can start a business. It doesn't even matter what the business is. You can learn anything. There are no excuses. And so there's this world out there that is still fearful of posting online, probably rightfully so. But then there's also this whole world that knows that if you promote you, and that sounds, I don't think it's negative at all, but I think that people think it sounds negative. I actually think it's probably a huge mistake for anyone who chooses to not promote themselves. You got to be safe. I just watched Prince Charming Dev's video. It was from a couple days ago, but I highly suggest anybody who wants to grow on YouTube, go check it out, because he said some neat things, but there's some negatives out there. I'm sure you've got some hate. I've got some hate. People don't like this and people don't like that. That's just because we're growing, and it's going to happen more. But if you're a 15-year-old, you're an 18-year-old, you're a 25-year-old, you're a 49-year-old, that's how old I am, and you want to grow opportunities, I mean, the internet lets you do it, whether it's starting a business or I run a nonprofit. It doesn't matter what you want to do. There's almost no excuse now, in my never so humble opinion. And I love how you said that. I don't know. I really like that you talked about why you started it and when you started it. Because what I got out of that was you wanted to get yourself out there. Is that a fair?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You know, like, I really kickstarted my multimedia company in February. So, you know, fast forward a year from learning YouTube and everything, and I'm really trying to. It's funny because I really put it out there, and I got like 6 clients right off the bat, which was great. It's great, but it's just it's fun. It's unique owning your own business. I'm a contractor for a lot of cool companies over the year and everything over the years, and I got really lucky doing a lot of different things. And but yeah, like I said, I'm trying to market, like you said, I'm trying to market me out there, and it just, you know, and now I'm like a broadcaster, which is great. It just, you know, when I worked for NBC, you know, you need $1 billion cable industry to work on it. And then now you can, you know, we're broadcasting from my basement in your house there.
So what did you not like about it? You started to tell me, and then
I don't know. I just didn't like it. I don't know. Maybe now I would like it more. I don't know. I don't forget. Be honest with you, I forget what it is. I actually did. Became their house photographer. I got to photograph celebrities, and it was kind of funny. I kind of turned into that, which is cool because I'm a photographer as well. But I don't know. I didn't like the business. I didn't like the cutthroat of it. I just didn't like the hours. I don't know. I don't know. I fell in love with, because I always loved photography. I always loved video. And the internet and multimedia kind of married the two, and then, you know, coming together with doing websites and things. I don't know. It just I fell in love with that world instead of TV production. So
that's cool. I'm going to sound really old here, and I know.
Well, I sounded old too. So we're the same age, by the way. I think you're 1 year older.
I've always loved radio. I'm a baseball nut. I love watching a ball game on the TV. Don't get me wrong, but I love listening. I'm a Dodgers fan. I grew up in Southern California, San Diego, but I was a Dodgers fan. So I got to listen to Vin Scully. I don't know if you're a baseball guy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes. And Vin Scully was, I mean, I love that man. Like, I love that guy. Like I love him like he's family. And he told a story. And then I love lots of radio. I love music, but I also love talk radio. I'll listen to political radio. I'll listen to a lot of sports radio. I just really enjoy. I like debate. I like good voices. And Rob, not to put you on the spot, but you've got a great voice, my man.
Thanks. I always feel like I have a mush mouth, as I just did that weird thing. But I try to enunciate better. I love radio too, and I love different stuff over the years and everything. So I kind of try to bring kind of a radio element to my shows. I didn't really even realize I did that, but yeah, it's a good point. Definitely.
I love it. I don't know why I've loved that medium, but if I could have TV or radio, I would pick radio 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I think that TV's dying, and I think the internet is killing it dead as it should. There's a couple good shows out there, but in general, they're just sitcoms with laugh tracks that we could have watched in the 70s, and they kind of bore me to death.
I agree with you. Yeah, I see the future of the internet. I see the future of YouTube. I see. You know, I can see a lot of people here that I've known and I consider friends here. You know, LSU mom, Donna, This Life for Me. Nick was here before. More Sunshine, Please. All these guys, my buddies, DG Explorers are here too. Like, they're all, I consider them friends. And like, that's another cool thing about it too. And I play this game, a little off topic here. I play this game. It's called Pirate Plunder on iOS. And it's believe it or not, you start a guild, 50 people in a guild. And I noticed it with that. Like, you become friends with these people you play with. And like, I actually have a lot of friends for life on that game. I met a couple of them in person. Believe it or not, 2 of the people in the game got married from the game, which is bizarre. Right. Like awesome. This whole social media aspect.
What was the name of the game?
It's called Pirate Plunder. It's on iOS. So I know it's a little bizarre, but it's the people who did here's the thing right here. It's the people who did Angry Birds, I think. Well, that's the game right there. Okay. Anyway, but I saw the social aspect on there. I've been playing this game for 3 years, believe it or not. And like, I literally went to the wedding of the 2 people that got married that were
cool.
Which is funny. And I met one of them in England, and I met a couple of them at the wedding and stuff. But that's one thing. And then I kind of fast forward. This was 3 years ago, and I saw the same dynamic in YouTube. Like, I know a lot of these people here Like Meg just said hi to me. Hey Meg, what's going on? Like, I know these people. I'm friends with them. And it's just a weird, thank you guys for coming, by the way. I appreciate it. But the dynamic between the social aspect of it, good or bad, you know, like I think me and Jeff said that before, like there's some good people and there's some bad people in the world of YouTube and everything. It's just I think it's everything in the world's like that, you know? But it's good and bad and everything. I think that's what I was afraid of, the bad on YouTube. But I concentrate on the good. I move forward. I like promoting channels. I like promoting videos. I like promoting good people. Like I believe it in a lot of these creators here. Jim from More Sunshine Please, Pepper Tree Villa. I just met those guys. They're awesome. Like Meg from Mickey's Magic. These are all good. Dave from Road Trip Dave. All my partner channels. Our Theme Life, Adam's Land, all those guys. Like, and Disney Dan. I believe in these guys. They're just awesome. And like for me to support them and be a community and watch their videos and support. I'm rambling here, guys, but
no, you're not. No,
I really like it though. So I love that social aspect of it with the streaming. Like this is new. Like this is such a new thing. Like how is live streaming? Like a year and a half now. It's such it's such a brand new concept and everything. But I saw that in that game, and I saw it here, and I kind of. And not even subconsciously, like that bell rang in my head. It's like, ding! This is something to define and look for. And like, you know, look, Resort TV One. I love those guys. You know, they have 1,500 people watching them at any given time now.
Isn't that amazing?
When they do it, yeah, it's just they have 55,000 subscribers. It's just they had 50,000 subscribers like a week ago. So it just
I've said a few times, like when I started my YouTube channel, I did not plan on live streaming. When I saw live streaming was picking up, I thought it was just a play for watch time. I got to be honest, and that's because I went on a bunch of channels that's what they were doing, and it really turned me off. But I thought, well, I'll give it a try.
I've seen you. I saw you evolve so much over the last months and everything. I'm very impressed. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, and I got to be honest with you, I love it, and I had no, like I've said this before many times, even. I thought it would be stupid. I thought I would not like it, but it's so much more personal. Like I don't get me wrong, I love comments, and you can interact with people on comments. You can get to know them, but think about that. It's a sentence or two. I mean, I'm giving you an answer with 20 sentences. You know, we can do a soliloquy, we can do chapters, we can do books. I mean, it's more personal on such an exponential level. And I didn't see that at all, and I actually love it. Now, there's some garbage out there. I pop on live streams, and I'm like, I popped on live streams where people were sleeping. So obviously, they're just trying to get watch time. But I love it, and I love it because, I mean, honestly, so I've been in live streams where you've been on there. I've watched plenty of your videos.
Thank you.
This interaction, thank you. But just this interaction right now, we're getting to know each other better. And
definitely.
And you mentioned it. Like I used to say my YouTube friends and my real life friends.
Right.
Nah, these are my friends. These are my people that I like. You know, if I want to talk baseball, if I want to talk Disney, if I want to talk work, if I want to talk leadership, the things that I love, I'm going to come here now. It's
definitely
right there. And that's what I want to get to you. So I think I noticed you at first, obviously because of the Disney thing, but you're obviously into some stuff that I really like. You clearly have a music life that I'm intrigued by. And you're definitely into tech. Even before the stream started, I learned.
Heck yeah.
So, what else is your channel about? Like, so we talked about why you started it. I don't know that we've gotten to your end goal. So maybe end game.
Yeah, you know, I'll be honest with you, I don't have an end goal. My end goal is my end goal to start with, Jeff, was 100% to learn the media, to learn YouTube, to learn super chats, to learn, I don't know, like Patreon, to learn making money. And like, I'll be honest with you, that's how I sell to my they get business tech here. And I sell it to my clients. I said, my end goal is to make you money. You're going to pay me, but I'm going to make you money. And that's how I sell myself, just to get
you learning it.
Savvy. Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So, but the problem is I had too much fun. The fun got in the way though. So I love live streaming. I love doing Frankie Friday. Like, come on. Yeah. I'm with a 14-year-old. We're doing a lot, like a 48-year-old and my 14-year-old nephew. It's great. We have so much fun. And
great. Yeah.
All the people that come on my pub talk and my channel and everything, they're great. Like they're just like everyone I deal with is just great. We have so much fun doing stuff. That's the problem. And I try to be different. Like I kind of got. This is probably the wrong word, but I'm going to use it. I kind of got pigeonholed into being the retro guy because, I used to have the tapes here. Those
musically or like, what do you mean?
No, like for like theme parks, retro theme park stuff. Like Sean, thanks for clearing that up. But like over the years, my love is TV and video and cameras and stuff like that. So even early as like 1983, I'm doing like a walkthrough of the Polynesian. Like who does that? Like no one does that. Like my mother filmed stuff. She's filming.
I would do that.
In 83, yeah, it was amazing. So like I kind of like do that stuff. Like, and I try to be different. Like the other day we did. It was Disney Studios. It was Disney Studios 30th anniversary. So, I had some footage from the last time I went on the backlot tour, and the last time I did the Great Movie Ride and everything. I haven't even shown that yet. I've shown a lot of stuff from the theme parks and everything, but like I have a program and I go on and I'll play my footage and I'll talk. I'll be in the window and I'll discuss stuff and we'll show different stuff. And I went to Tokyo Disneyland. I did a couple series of that, like the retro streams. Been to Disneyland a bunch of times. I show some of the stuff that just doesn't exist anymore. Because look, I love watching live streams and everything, but like a lot of people go to Disney World and everything. I like showing the Polynesian in 1983. Like even I even filmed, and Resort TV One. Josh is awesome. He brought it to a bigger audience. I filmed the TV in the Resort TV in 1983. Who does that? No one does. I made my parents be quiet and everything, and I filmed it, and it's got like I don't even know what it's at, like 20,000 views or something like that. It's ridiculous on Resort TV One, and I love doing that kind of stuff. And I've been to Universal. I've been to California. I've done a lot of stuff. I went to Australia just recently. I do a lot of my travels and everything, so it's fun. It's a lot of good stuff. Hey Rosa, what's going on? How's everyone's here? Rob Fuz does that, man. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much for coming here.
And speaking of things you just recently did, you just got off a big boat.
Yeah. Jeff was amazed that I met John Bon Jovi's mother. So I do work with Bon Jovi.
I've never said that in my whole life.
You never said that in your whole life? Yeah.
I've never met her.
It's pretty cool. I've been with them. I think this year's 27 years, 28 years. 1992, if you can do the math. That's when I met them, just for the These Days album, that when they were just doing that. And I met his mother, and she was doing. It's interesting. She was a really cool innovator, and she had the vision. She wasn't happy the way the fan clubs were running her son's business, which is interesting. So I met her. I was videotaping weddings. That was my job in college. And I met her one day and I said, hey, I do stuff like that. If you ever need help or anything, here's my card. And it was interesting. She kind of took a liking to me, which is awesome. So I thank Mrs. B. I thank her for helping me out and everything. And
it's wave to John Bon Jovi's mom, and she's in the chat. You're gonna make
hey, Mrs. B. Yeah, so it was cool that I got to meet his younger brother, and I got to meet his there's a middle brother, and then there's John. He has two brothers. So, and I went on to, believe it or not, I went on to start doing videotaping, and I was doing VHS tapes and photography, and like they did like newsletters and stuff back then. It was old school, and it was kind of cool that I did their first website for their their fan club and everything, which was really cool. Yeah, and then it kind of evolved over the years, and at some point, I started doing these trips, and I traveled all around the world, which is amazing. I did Australia, I did Japan, England, Ireland. We go up to Canada. We've been to the South. We just did South America last year, and I did all these different trips and everything. And it just kind of came to the point where I just kind of eventually started helping running the company. So it was amazing that be part of everything. I take my main job is now lately is you get to, during these trips, it's called Runaway Tours. Part of the trips with Runaway Tours is getting a photo with John, and the only opportunity to get a photo with John Bon Jovi or any of the artists we've done, and I'll explain that in a sec, but is to go through Runaway Tours. And I do the photography, so you would meet John, and I would take pictures of you and everyone. And we just did a cruise. We did a cruise to the Bahamas. That's Runaway to Paradise, 6-man, amazing cruise company. They did the cruise with Runaway Tours, and went to the Bahamas. I'm going to Spain. You can still do it. Runawaytoparadise.com. There's a plug for them. I'm going to do that in August. So it was amazing. It was really cool.
Give me the link again, and I'll type it in. What was the link?
Runawaytoparadise.com. www.runawaytoparadise.com. 6-man Runaway Tours, and you get to see John Bon Jovi, and you get a picture with him. You can still get a picture. But that's fun. It's an honor to do it. Like, I'll be honest with you, it's a lot of pressure when you have hundreds of people taking a picture with John. And it's a picture. We don't promote. It's not a meet and greet. You're not having coffee and a donut with him. But I take the photos and everything. And it is a lot of pressure. But I'll tell you what, Jeff. The day it comes out, I feel like Santa Claus on Christmas morning. Everyone gets their picture with John. It pops up. Everyone they love it. And
that's pretty cool. So like we live in a different time. Like I was telling somebody I don't even know who it was. It was recently though. Like I collect a lot of stuff. I'm a big baseball nut and a big Disney nut. So I have baseball cards and Disney pins and all kinds of stuff like that. And I used to collect autographs, and I guess I kind of still do. I got burned. Like there's so many fake autographs out there, and I don't want to spend money on autographs. So that's a whole nother thing. But I think today's day and age is more of a selfie, right? Like to get a selfie I would much rather have a picture on Bon Jovi than
I'm a professional Nikon photographer, so I have a nice professional large format picture you get and everything. So that's definitely a perk. It's kind of cool.
That's very cool. Yeah. Again, back to the baseball card world, you stand in line and you'll drop $150, $200 to spend 30 seconds with Willie Mays, and he doesn't even talk to you. He signs the thing and you walk along and you're done. You said it wasn't coffee and donuts. I get it, but that's still pretty cool. Like you still have that forever. It can still on your wall. Right. And then you get to do that and be part of that and take the pictures. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's neat. It's really cool. So yeah, the cruise was great. Tonic and Collective Soul was on the cruise too. Nice. They're like one of my favorite bands. So it was cool to see them and everything. So it was a lot of fun.
If you tell me Muse was on the band, or even, you know what, I'll get for this, but 30 Seconds to Mars is kind of my jam right now. So
yeah, they're cool. They're really cool. So, the cool thing about Runaway Tours is, we had a celebrity rattle off. We had Don Henley, who was amazing.
Wow.
We did Joe Walsh and Don Henley like separately. We did Journey, Rob Thomas, Goo Goo Dolls, Florida Georgia Line. So we did something with iHeartRadio at the country festival and everything. So that was cool to do those people too. So
I have to say, you started off with two Eagles, but then you mentioned clearly that you separated them.
Well, no, we just did two different things. We actually, what was cool? Well, I have a really good story. We'll sidebar here real quick. So Don Henley,
this is about you. So
Don Henley was nervous about doing our thing. So he was like, I don't really do too much acoustic. And we're like, it's Don Henley, really? So he came in, and I was nervous he was only going to do like 45 minutes or something. And he wound up, and long story short is, he was so amazing, and he's very strict. I don't know if you guys know Eagle shows and Don Henley shows. He doesn't like you to take pictures. You take pictures, that he kicks you out, which is funny.
Well, there's an Axl Rose story in here somewhere, but I'll leave that for later.
No, I don't have an Axl Rose. Kind of like that, yeah.
The Axl Rose, he took a picture and he jumped out.
Oh yeah. Don Henley doesn't do that. But I'll tell you what, he tapes up the camera in the thing, like in the place we did. He taped up the video camera, which was kind of bizarre, and but I respect him so much, and he wound up doing he did like a 3-hour show for us that night or something, and then he took pictures with everything. So he was with us for 4 hours, which was amazing. So he wound up not knowing too much acoustic stuff. He had 10-piece band, and he was incredible. And you know where we did it too? You're gonna laugh where we did it.
Where?
We did it at the Gaylord Texan. I'm sure you know that place.
He lives in Dallas, or he was in Dallas.
He does live in the Dallas area. Yep. So right by you. Yeah, we did it there, and we did John at the Gaylord Texan too. I wish I knew you then. I could have.
Nice. Well, what am I telling you?
At the Glass Cactus. Yeah, that's where we did it. So, which is kind of cool.
Very cool. Yeah, I live in Fort Worth now. We actually live in Fort Worth, and Dallas is,
Yeah, in your area. But the long story short, so a year later, it's his 70th birthday. This was like a year and a half ago, and 2 Julys ago. And they're like, do you want to do it? We're like, yeah, he was so amazing last time. So this time he came, he did a 3-hour show at the arena, at the American Airlines Arena. Then the next day he came and spent 3 hours talking to us, and then spent another hour doing photos and everything. So he did a Q&A. So he was such a stand-up guy and everything. And we were like, Don, you don't have to go that long and everything. And he loved it. He thought it was, I don't know. He loved the experience. That was really cool.
Really cool. So I don't have any music stories like you do. I have athlete stories, and I sometimes I share them and sometimes I don't, because I don't want to give out a negative view on anybody.
Yeah.
I have to admit, hey, Heaven's Gates, I have to admit I love the positive ones. Like if there's a positive interaction that I could share, that I know about a guy that did this or whoever did that, I love sharing those. I don't like sharing the negative ones just because I don't want to be promoting the negativity. But so I love the Eagles. I love me some Don Henley, and to hear that is awesome. And I do have to say though, one of my all-time favorite songs is a lot of people's all-time favorite song, Hotel California.
Yeah.
And the acoustic version, the kind of
Very
tropical version that you hear a lot on the radio, is acoustic. So he doesn't like playing acoustic.
Yeah, it was bizarre. I don't know why. What were he thought? So, like, even his band he brought like 10 people to do an acoustic show, which was great. And I think his normal show he has like 15, so he scaled it down a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. I think he was just nervous, but he was great. Like, it was funny because he did a benefit for his sons 2 nights in a row, and then he did one for one son, one for the other show. Then he did us, and he was sick, but he still sang, and he still sounded amazing. And he said straight up, "I'm sick. I just said I don't really sing too." He's getting older, John's getting older,
Sure.
Don's getting older, and everything. But it was amazing. Runaway Tours is great. I definitely recommend runawaytours.com. It's the normal website, and Runaway the Paradise is for the cruise.com.
It's funny that you just mentioned getting older in the voice, and I do love me some John Bon Jovi, not just because
he's awesome. He's such a great guy.
But that song Runaway, he's not going to be hitting that note ever.
He does great. Yeah, he does good. Yeah, he does less shows now. He doesn't do as many shows. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
You know exactly the note I'm talking about at the end of Runaway.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
no way.
He does Always too, which is really tough to sing for him, but he does it both. He's amazing. So, good night, Meg. Good seeing you. Thanks for coming.
I'll get off of Bon Jovi after.
That's all right. You could ask as many questions as you want. It's fun.
And your favorite album of Bon Jovi, because
Always is actually my favorite song, and I tell the story that I got to hear that song like 6 months before it came out. He was doing an interview with some famous Japanese interviewer or something like that. I was at the photo shoot for the Greatest Hits album, and I heard that song. I'm like, holy cow, that song is gonna be so amazing. And it's cool the way I get to hear some songs in advance and everything, and it really became a hit. And I really love it. It's one of my favorite songs. And then another time I was on tour and I was in the bathroom, and I was doing the business, and I hear a song playing in the arena, and I forget which one it was. It was one of off the last couple albums. I'm like, wow, and I've never heard it before. And I was like, wow, that sounds so cool. And he wanted to hear how the song sounded in an arena, which was kind of cool. Like, who would even think of that? You know what I mean? So it was just that was another time I got to hear a song beforehand. And then he was famous for doing pizza parlor jewelry, so I got to hear a lot of songs in advance and everything. So it's cool. And I've traveled the world with them. I have a lot to thank for them, and going to Spain too. So if you want to join us, so it's a lot of fun.
That's so cool.
But yeah, he's neat.
Homebound Train was the right answer, by the way. I'm just going to throw that.
What was that?
Homebound Train is like so
yeah, wow, you are a fan. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's a cool song. Yeah, but when I do these trips too, like I do the photos, a lot of times I DJ and everything, and I get to run so I'm like a Bon Jovi DJ, which is kind of fun. My buddy Dave does the DJing too sometimes, but because I've just been busy with other things. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
So tell me about your shows. Now we've talked about you've been on with Bob and Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
You've done a bunch, but I want you to talk about what's on your channel too, so people when they're going over there.
Yeah, like I was saying, I was going over some of the stuff. Yeah, we do Pub Talk. We've done 19 of them, and that last one we just did was a 3-hour mega show. It kind of turned into.
Who doesn't know Pub Talk? What's Pub Talk about?
Pub Talk is just whatever the topic of the day is. We've talked about the Academy Awards. We've talked about wrestling. We've talked about Star Wars. We've just all different stuff we talk about. It's just fun. It's just me, Adam, and Dan. There's the 3 core. Adam hasn't missed a show yet, and Dan's come on and done all this stuff. And they're 2 Brits, so it's funny to be calling it Pub Talk, and the guys are on there. But we have different people on the show and everything. We invite people in, and like the other day, we just opened the doors, and people were fighting to get into Pub Talk and everything. So I just did Disney World Adventures. Chris, I just did his show, and we were talking about that. Steve from Steve's World was on there, and I was saying, like, I wonder how many we can get on there, and if you guys want to come on, and we'll pack it and all that stuff and everything. It was so much fun. We went 3 hours. It was such a blast. So.
You said you had like 20. I thought maybe you were exaggerating, but maybe you really how many did you really have?
No, for that show, we number it for some reason. That was Pub Talk number 19. So we've done 19 of the shows and everything. And Frankie Friday we've been doing for a year. So we probably have about 40 Frankie Fridays. So, but that's the Oh yeah, Stacy Rogers is saying that's right. We did something on WrestleMania, and I don't know, Adam from Adam's Land. He was wrestling. It was like with the mic, and it was off camera, and he didn't tell us that. We have no clue what he's doing, and like all of a sudden he starts playing music. He comes on, he dressed as Hulk Hogan. It was so funny. He said, "Thanks, Stacey. That was an amazing story." Yeah, he just shocked the heck out of us. It was so funny. We were starting to die laughing and everything.
So dressed like Hulk Hogan, is that like a whole bunch of oil and a?
No, he had the thing on his hair, and he had a blonde. He doesn't have hair, so he had a blonde wig and the robe and everything. We were dying laughing. It was so funny. It was. And then the other day he has like his dad had a birthday, and he had like a little keg in his house and everything. So he brought the keg onto the show. it was just a lot. It's a lot of goofy fun. We have a blast. I love those guys. They're so talented. You know, everyone who's on my show and everything. Jeff, you got to come on too. You're invited to the pub.
Anytime, man. I'd love to do it anytime.
One of these days.
But
yeah.
WrestleMania though, I'll be the dude just shaking his head.
Yeah, I don't know wrestling either. They wanted to do it. I'm like, all right, guys, you can do it, but I'll sit here and watch.
I think me and Disney Dan, I think we get along so well because like we have a lot in common. But there's also stuff that I just don't get. Like
he was on your show too, right?
Yeah.
He's things about you. So.
Good stuff. So I am way behind in chat, guys. I'm not even gonna try to get caught up. There's no way I can. But if you haven't here, let me just drop I think I just dropped his YouTube last, so I'll throw his Instagram in there this time. Now I'm not much on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, but not really. Like I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook only because I signed up, but I hate
YouTube's the main thing. Thanks for putting in Instagram. Yeah, it's all Rob Fuz. You just search Rob Fuz for everything. I was lucky to get everything. And it's funny because YouTube was the only thing I didn't get my name for in it. And people post by like it's Rob Fuz YT. And then one day I'm just sitting there like, do you want Rob Fuz? YouTube.com/Rob Fuz. I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. So I finally got that too. And then someone actually bought my name, my robfuzz.com. Someone swiped it from me for like years, and I literally just got that back too. So I don't know. I don't know who wants Rob Fuzz. It was like it was a Japanese. I don't even know what it was, but I finally got my name back too, robfuzz.com. So it's just a blog, like a blog I have. It's a little outdated, but I'll be updated too. So
I've got a name. I guess Jeff Bates is I'm not a country music guy, but apparently there's a country music guy named Jeff Bates. So I'm not getting that website. I don't think at least for a while. So what else? So you're into the music. You're doing the live streams. You're doing the touring. I guess is that the right way to say it? What else do you want?
Yeah, you know, I've got so lucky over the years. Like I said, I have my multimedia company. I actually worked for Coors Light for 7 years. For Coors Brewing Company. I grew up in New Jersey. John Bon Jovi's from Sayreville. I live like one town south of Sayreville, and I actually lived in Sayreville, where he's from, for a couple of years as well. So I was in New Jersey. I worked for a bunch of different beer distributors. I worked for Coors Light and the Gambrinus company that did Corona. So happy Cinco de Mayo, by the way. So that was a big day for Corona. And but it was just a blast. For 7 years, I did their website and their multimedia and their photography. And wow, you know, I literally, if you didn't drink on the job, they get mad at you, which is kind of bizarre. So, but yeah, it was a blast. It was so much fun. And then I kind of moved to New York, and that kind of faded away. And then I got lucky. I worked for Microsoft for a while too. So Microsoft Surface used to be a table, like it would be like a 4 or 5 foot table, and the interaction was on the table. You got to remember, iPads were not out. There was no iPads.
So I'm picturing like the Pac-Man, you had to sit down and play. Like
exactly like a Miss Pac-Man sit down machine. Everything. It was a little bit taller and a little bit bigger, and it was very interactive. And the way that worked was there was 5 cameras shooting up at this thing, and it would look at your hand and your interactions, all the different stuff like that. And it was amazing. Like I went to the Microsoft campus. I didn't meet Bill Gates or anything, but I got to go to the Microsoft campus. That was like the walk on the Microsoft campus, and to be there, and like it was an honor to be there. It was just cool. And these Surface machines cost like 20 grand or something. Like they're ridiculously expensive. And it was kind of smart that my boss there said, we ship them out from, these things were heavy. They probably weighed 300 pounds each, these big tables. We ship them out from California. We'll hire Rob, we'll leave him in his garage, and he could do all the East Coast events. So I was the East Coast correspondent for Microsoft Surface. But I have a cool shirt and everything with it. But yeah, I still have it. I just found it the other day. So it was really cool. It was an honor to work for them and everything. And meanwhile, Bon Jovi was always looming and doing stuff with them and everything. But yeah, that was fun too. That was a blast. Drinking and working for Microsoft and everything. It was so much fun. And then fast forward, and I'm really pushing my multimedia company, doing stuff like that. So
so talk about that then. What do you want the people to know about that? I
do websites, I do video, I do photography, I do different stuff. 360mm.com. I just have fun. I kind of co-brand me, and I kind of co-brand the company. And I'm just doing like the latest state of the art websites, which I love, and it just, we're more based on more mobile, and we're more phones and iPads and that kind of stuff now.
So what kinds of things do you do for clients? So if there's somebody in chat who's
ironically, I'm doing John's foundation websites, which is great. He has a couple different foundation sites. I got everyone from,
so I love that.
Yeah, I got some from landscapers to I have another big client of mine is, it's kind of funny. I do the kid from Stranger Things, the kid who's in the Verizon commercials, Gaten Mazerazzi.
Oh yeah.
He has a band, and I do his website, which is kind of cool. He's such a cool kid.
You know what I want your LinkedIn is what I want.
You can join me. Yeah, I met him in January. I have a mutual friend that knows his family and everything, and they're actually opening up. It's so funny that his band, he does a cover band. He just has fun, and like his type of music he likes. He likes Pearl Jam. He likes Red Hot Chili Peppers, that kind of stuff, which is cool. I definitely respect him for that, and he's pretty good. He's a great band. His sister's the singer, his brother's a drummer, and he's the singer, and he has a couple of his friends playing everything. And believe it or not, he's opening up. It's kind of funny saying this. He's opening up for Dave Matthews Band in August. So that was so excited. He's doing a festival, and he's part of that, and a bunch of different big bands at Asbury Park, New Jersey. So I want to go see him do that too. So that should be fun.
Cool. I saw the Chili Peppers open up for the B-52s in '89.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, they had just had a hit. I don't remember their first hit, but I knew of them, but I certainly wasn't stoked to see them.
Yeah,
they were great. I mean, they killed it, and that was the B-52s.
That's
so
cool.
Stacey Rogers may or may not.
There it is. So awesome is that. So he's totally surprised. Look at my reaction, and look at my buddy Brandon's like this. It's the best reaction. So thanks, Stacey, for sending that. That's so funny. So, do you need an assistant? Sure, Kay, you could be my assistant. So
right,
I'm not bragging or anything. It's just my life. It's interesting, and I kind of don't talk about it a lot too. But I like to be me. So, but
you know what?
Cool.
So this is kind of what we were talking about, and what I was saying about the Prince Charming Dead video that I referenced. Don't I don't know you well enough to say this, but don't do that. So have you ever played that six degrees of separation?
Yeah.
We all have so many. What's more important than networking? Nothing. And if everyone was honest, unless you're like some hermit sitting in a cave somewhere, we all have connections that can help other people and make other people's life. I'm not going to meet John Bon Jovi, but if I am, it's going to be because of you, and I'm not trying to meet. That's what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with we all have neat things in our lives. I think it brings joy. I'll just say it like that, and opportunity too. I love that. If you're worried about one of those 3% of the planet that are haters, who cares?
Yeah. DG Explorer is my and that's another, here's another thing I do. DG Explorer said Rob Fuz has been a great supporter of other channels. Thank you so much, Derek and Gregory. They're awesome. Definitely check out their channel. They're one of my sponsors. I kind of made it where they support my channel. They support me. They're really good friends. They're awesome. I try to support them. I try to help them with tech stuff too and everything. But I did one day I just kind of came up with, I burped and I said, you know what? DG Explorers are my burp sponsors. And it was I think they were kind of a little taken back, and I said, "Hey guys, you all right with that?" And they're like, "Yeah, we love it." Like that, it's look, I don't want to be known as a burper, but it's just fun, you know what I mean? So even I'm a big Xbox player. I play Call of Duty with Adam and Dan and Mike and Brandon and my buddies and stuff, and my buddy Caesar. We play video games and stuff. But even they burped, they're like, sponsored by D&G Explorers. I'm like, see, it works. People are talking about it. So this burp, and even Cargo, because Cargo has a channel. She burped very nicely and everything, but she was joking. She even said one day that burp sponsored by D&G Explorers. So little silly stuff like that. Last year I did a whole week of Shark Week, Rob Fuzz's Shark Week. I went to aquariums. We talked about Jaws on Pub Talk. Me and Frankie did a show on sharks and everything. And I announced it earlier on Bob and Ashley's channel. We are doing Shark Week 2. Rob Fuzz's Shark Week 2. The Revenge. Jeff, if you want to be in on it.
Yeah.
We talked about Jaws last year. I think we're going to talk about the sequels this year. I think we had a blast doing it last year. I love Jaws. It's one of my favorite movies, if you guys know me and everything.
Jaws is classic.
Yeah. We just have so much fun with it. So, and that's what I like to do on my channel. I just have fun.
The little kid in me in Southern California at Universal Studios, scared to death of that plastic fake shark in the water is still one of my great memories of my life. I love that thing. I love that movie. And I'll even say it, Jaws 3, I think, because it was 3D with the head popping up. That was probably the scariest thing in my childhood right there. So I
love that movie. It's so bad. And it's a goof that Disney Dan on my channel, and he's such a good friend. He loves Jaws 4. So like I think we're just gonna do a dedicated stream just to Jaws 4. So
is that the one in the is that the one for like the SeaWorld thing where they're jet skiing around?
The one at SeaWorld, yeah. So
oh my gosh.
I'm just checking out my subs, see what I'm doing. So I'm 1,825. Thank you guys. I got a couple more subs. Couple subs for the show. Thank you guys so much.
So if you haven't subscribed to Rob
Jeff passed me, so you got to get me past Jeff. Come on, guys. I'm only kidding.
What is that?
Jeff, I'm so proud of you. You're doing great. What?
Thank you. What's that line? The Jaws talk right here. The tide rises and lifts all boats. Right. I believe that deeply. That's one of the reasons I want to do this DisTube show. Like I like creators. I like Disney creators, and I like Disney creators that aren't just Disney. Not that I'm not going to follow somebody who's just Disney. I like that. I mean, there's plenty of channels that are just Disney that I love, but I want to know, and I believe deeply that you should promote you. I mean, we keep going to this. So if you love, I love baseball, I love bacon, I love Disney.
Here's the funny thing, right? Like I told this story. I think I told it Chris from Disney World Adventures the other day. It's funny because, like, you know, and Jeff, I know you're going to think the same thing. Like, you're growing up, you're a big Disneyland fan, you're a big Disney fan, you're whatever, and in your mind, you're the king. You know everything about Disney. You're helping people. You're giving them tips. You were the ultimate Disney thing, right? So fast forward, I come to this, you know, world where Resort TV won, and I thank you, Josh's birthday was yesterday. I'm not going to wish him a happy birthday because I swear to God, I've wished this man 20 times happy birthday. So I said not wishing him a happy birthday anymore, but happy birthday. But it was yesterday, and thank you, Josh. And he's like kind of like the hub of the streaming community. All these people here, they're moppers, and they're, you know, I met a lot of these people through Resort TV One. But you know, like it's like, you know, the bee from the No Rain video from
Melon.
Blind Melon. The girl is a bee, and she comes into the field, and there's a field of people dressed up as bees, and that's how I felt coming into the Disney community. Like I was always that bee, and then I come in there, and there's all these bees in the community, you know, and it's really, and I'm like nothing. Like I've been to Disney World like last November, like that's it. Like everyone like, oh, we were there yesterday. Like I'm like, okay, but I love Disney World, and that's why I love showing my older footage. I love talking about it. I love, you know, I do cover it, like, and I thank you for me having, and like this show really is about Disney influencers, but I do a lot of Disney stuff, and I really do love it, and I do love, like D&G Explorers were saying thank you. I love promoting. They do cruises. I'm like into cruises now. A lot of Disney stuff. I like promoting people doing Disney stuff and everything. So, like this week at Disney World's been an amazing week. The anniversary and the May the 4th be with you and Dapper Day and all this stuff going on. So it's just been crazy. It's just. And of Galaxy's Edge, which I can't wait. What are you going to Galaxy's Edge? What are you going? I'm just curious.
Opening day. I'll be there.
You're going to go in Disney World or?
Disney World, yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's funny. My wife leaves Tuesday with 2 of my daughters.
Oh, cool.
For Disneyland.
Cool.
Grad night. It's kind of a long family.
Oh, cool. Yeah, cool.
But I'm not going on that trip because somebody's got to go to work.
Right.
But then I'll be going to Galaxy's Edge for the opening, and I
awesome.
I don't know what I'm going to see. I don't know if I'm going to ride the ride. I don't know if I'm going to see in the cantina, but I'm going to be there, and that's enough. Like just saying out loud I'm going to be there makes me happy.
That is awesome. I can't wait.
Star Wars lunatic, so I can't.
Me too.
I can't wait. There was something in chat. Darn it, what was it? There was something in chat that made me laugh. I think they're having a clown conversation. Like Christy is being scared by D&G about clowns. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't get the clown. Okay, so there you go. So Rob, are you afraid of clowns? And if so,
I'm not afraid of clowns. No,
it's scary about clowns, people. What are we scared of, Christy? I don't understand.
No, but D&G Explorer is saying their 3 fears is sharks, clowns, and bridges. So that's what he was saying. So
bridges and clowns go together, right? So have all those videos on YouTube about the clown under the bridge, I feel like kind of goes down.
You guys
So I do want to ask you this: YouTubers that you like, and I'm not asking about Disney YouTubers. You can name them if you want, but who do you go watch when you got an extra hour to kill?
You know, I actually had a live stream about all my favorite YouTubers, and I think the number one was Adam the Woo, who I really love. So, and it's just, and I'll be honest with you, like, I noticed that Adam, I think he's about our age, and I just really love his style and everything, and I love that, like, I'll respond to him, and you know, we have some mutual friends now, and he always responds to me. One night too, he was doing something. He was doing a lot of live streamings in Hollywood. He moved to Hollywood, and he met the guy from The Princess Bride. So I screenshot the video and I posted it on my YouTube page, and it was under his thing. And he wrote back to me like the other day, he's like, Rob, thank you so much for doing that. Like, he deleted a lot of stuff and everything. So I captured Carrie Yu is whatever, the one guy.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you.
He met him, and he's like, hey, if someone could screenshot it and think it, I put it up there. And for a while there, it was like my number one video, which was awesome. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it.
I love that movie. Who doesn't?
Yeah, if you look at my channel too, like I'm looking at it here, and I appreciate the promotion and everything. If you look, my number one video for a long time was this. Like I said, I went to Tokyo Disneyland in 2005, which is crazy, a long time ago, and I filmed the Cinderella Castle mystery tour. They had a castle a tour under their castle there. And that was my biggest video. It's not even in English. That's the funny thing. It's not even English. It's 11,000 views now. But for some reason, now my number one video is the Universal Studios tram ride in California. That has 15,000 views. I don't know. It's just crazy. So I like doing some obscure stuff. You know, Buzzy was kidnapped in Cranium Command in Epcot and the Wonders of Life, and I did a little video on him. I had my video was terrible, but I just did a little thing with him when he was hot. So that's my third biggest video, and my fourth biggest video. I was very lucky. My friend's dad owned a plane, and we flew over the World Trade Center. And like, obviously, this was 2001, and then obviously 9/11 happened and everything. So this was an amazing video. I found it was like a mini DV tape. And the World Trade Center flyover, you know, and I think you were, or Bob was having a problem with his video before, but like, if you do certain keywords with YouTube, like they like put flags up and everything. I got a flag for this. Like, it was like, it's a flyover over the World Trade Center. Like, I don't know why I got flags. So,
no, yeah, I can see that. I mean,
yeah, and then the next one is a great movie ride, and then that Resort TV that has 1,800 views, that Walt Disney World Resort TV from 1983, then the Backlot Tour, and then the Carousel Progress, the Twilight Zone. I did a retro arcade. So this is the kind of stuff I have on my channel. So, and then Toy Story Parade, sorry, and then the Adam the Woo was the 10th one on the list now, because it kind of got bumped down because I got some other views, but
I think it was interesting that you chose to tell us about Adam the Woo, because I can see. So he's a Disney guy who does non-Disney things. I think one of his videos that I watched fairly recently was about the Black Dahlia location, and he likes to go on the Manson. Well, I want to not retreat. What was the Manson Ranch? And he does some darker things, but then he's a Disney guy, and he gets kicked out of Disney. He got kicked out of Universal. Yeah. But he's such a fun.
I think he's definitely changed his ways over the years and everything, because I think he did a lot of stuff he shouldn't do. And he's just, when he grew up and he got more mature and everything.
Well, he was on YouTube early, and the rules were different. I mean, and people going behind the scenes. I remember watching him. Well, I remember watching him sitting on that.
You're right, though. Definitely things have changed, definitely. So.
Oh yeah. Hey, Painting the Roses Red, how are you? Yeah, I remember watching him sitting on that bench talking about how sad he was that he got kicked out of Disney and hoping to get back. And then I remember watching him, he got kicked out of Universal when, who was it? Somebody very famous was there. I don't remember.
Jimmy Fallon, yeah.
Yes, it was Jimmy Fallon. And it's funny, I don't know him at all, but he has.
Well, they recognized him and they booed him out, yes. I don't know if that's the same anymore. I think they see the ways, because he's been back since, so.
Yeah.
It's a shame. But you were asking me about the channels. Of course, my partner channels, Bob and Ashley, Road Trip Dave, Adam's Land. I'm reading them here just to make sure. Kenny, Alpha Traveler 1, he's awesome. Our Theme Life, they're all awesome. Like Adam's daughter has a channel. I like her channel. Ebony's little channel. They're all on my page too. And of course, your channel I love. Brandy and Dave. A lot of Corey Meets World's awesome. He's a live streamer. D&G Explorers are awesome. Disney World Adventures, Disney Dan. I'm just reading the list. I've got you on my list. Dole Whip Dad, I got you there. Live Place. Dean, I call my agent from the live PS. He's so nice to me and so awesome to me. Cargo and 619 and just all some Magical News Live and little Nick. He reminds me of me when I was a kid. I watch his channel. Of course, Mickey's Magic Mag, More Sunshine Please. Morty Mouse has been a great friend and influencer. He's definitely changed. He doesn't do park stuff anymore, but I like him as a friend and everything. He definitely taught me a lot.
I like Morty a lot too.
He's a great guy. We're TV one, of course. My God, wow.
He lives near me. I think he moved.
Yeah.
I've not met him personally yet, but hopefully
yeah. Resort TV one, of course. Steve's where I'm reading my list. Super Enthused, Tampa J, Zippity Doodad is my new buddy, Patrick. We did a thing. He was in my stream the other day. His son was there. We did pub talk, and we have a little drink there and everything. So he's yelling to his son, PJ, get me a beer. Like he has a Boston accent. We're just dying laughing. Like he's such a great guy and everything. So like I just met him. Like he's just starting to channel and everything. He's got a couple hundred subscribers. Just a lot of fun. My buddy Disney Dan is awesome too. If you guys haven't subscribed to Disney Dan, he's great. He's been on this channel. He's just such a cool guy. I believe in all these guys, all the guys I just listed. I believe in all.
It really is a neat community, isn't it? I mean, and that's one of the things I love about YouTube. We talked about the live streams, getting to know people. You just named a list of people that I either consider them friends or I'm a fan of theirs. Yeah. One of those two. Pretty much every name you listed. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, my buddy Phil, Camera Gear Fun too. Photo Gear Fun. He's awesome. He's a great channel too. I love him because he does all these tech stuff and everything. I pick his brain and everything. I always bugging him. So thank you. Thanks, Phil, if you're watching.
So I'm going to throw you a curveball. You've talked about retro. You've talked about tech. You've talked about games. I need to hear your favorite video games because I know obviously you play.
My all-time favorite game is I love the Nintendo series. I love Donkey Kong. The original Donkey Kong is like my old and Mario. I love Mario stuff, and Donkey Kong Country is probably my all-time favorite game, believe it or not. So I played it in college. I really love it. I know it sounds weird, but I love all the Nintendo stuff. Believe it or not, I've never played Call of Duty or all that kind of stuff, but I got addicted to it a couple months ago, and I play with my friends and everything. And I suck, but I stink. Maybe it's not a good way. I've never played. So much fun. It's another social kind of aspect. Like you can play with people, you play against people, you play with your friends and everything. And I see that too, like the social gaming too. I'll be honest with you, I don't really like committing. It's funny. I like playing games with my kids. I like the Lego games. I like all that kind of stuff, like all the kid games too. Believe I'm a big kid, and I don't like investing a lot of time in a game. So I like the shoot 'em up, arcade, classic, retro games, all that kind of stuff.
So I asked that on purpose because I'm in my new almost empty studio, and I want a video game, and I don't have the money for it, but I'll figure it out. And I'm trying to decide which one I want, and I love me some Defender. My kid just recently discovered Pac-Man. So you mentioned earlier the sit down. Well, you mentioned something and it made me think of
my dream was always that one to Miss Pac-Man.
There you go.
Yeah. And look at this. It's $20. You can get the Dig Dug. I love Dig Dug too. It's
one of my favorite games. That's so awesome. So in my head, there's two games I need to own, and I can't afford either one of them. I want behind me when I'm doing these live streams. I want Defender, and I want. Have you heard of Hydro Thunder? Have you heard that game?
I haven't.
Man, it's awesome. You sit in the little chair and you're driving the boat and you're driving on the ice, and I must own this game.
Check it out.
But I don't have enough money for it.
But they're not even at some. I'm sure you can step in it at some time if you'll get a deal at some point. But
I might have a eBay notification.
Yeah, they all have. That's a good idea. My dream is to always own one. My wife won't let me have one, but I really do want one. So
I got way more things on here that pop up. Someday I will get a deal.
For those two games you're looking for. So
exactly. I came close on one, but that's a whole other story. Well, I can't believe it's already 9. So I told
it would be easy to talk for an hour.
I love it. But we got 30 in the house. I don't know how many know you. Hopefully all of them now are subscribed to your channel.
Thank you guys.
I want them to know about you. What do you got coming up? What have you, what did I not ask you that we've left out? And then if you have a question for Rob, now's the time. At me or at him in the chat. And I'll do my best to check it out. But what do you want them to know about you that we haven't talked about yet?
Yeah, I'm editing my series from the cruise. So, you're not going to see John Bon Jovi performing and everything. It literally is my experience with mainly the cruise and Norwegian Cruise Line and Six Man and stuff like that. Maybe a tiny peek of John, but that's why I'm still with Bon Jovi. Like I might have 50,000 photos of this guy, but I don't that's not what I do. Like I'm hired by them, so I really can't really put that stuff out. But my cruise experience I'm going to do and everything, I'm excited about that. I just got a couple new toys I'm playing with, cameras and stuff like that. So I just shoot like, local stuff in New York, and more retro stuff. And like I said, the Shark Week's coming up and all that kind of stuff. So, and then more Pub Talk, more Frankie Fridays. So we just have a lot of, and Jeff, I hope you come on Pub Talk and have some fun with us.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, you let me know if right
definitely.
now I'm a little crazy busy because we're moving, but in a week or so, planning on having some free time.
Pleasure to be a mod. That's cool. Stacy Rogers a mod for both of us. Thanks, Stacy. Stacy's awesome. I play I want to thank Stacy too. I play Zoom Zooms, and Stacy sends me Zoom Zooms too. So thanks, Stacy. We never even talked about that. So, Zoom Zoom on the iOS, like the game Zoom Zooms. So.
I know they're little fuzzy things that stack. I don't know.
Yeah. You have to you have to send people things and everything. So she's my buddy on there. So thanks, Stacy.
I didn't know it was a game. I
dropped my sorry about that. I knocked my headset out. So.
You're good.
Good. Yeah, but that's it. I just I appreciate it. Like a lot of people here subscribe to me. I thank you so much. There's a bunch of people I don't know, but let's see. It's the road to the 2000. Me and you. So if you're from me too, definitely check out Dole Whip Dad's channel. Hopefully you got some subscribers for my promotion too. So I'll be promoting you too, Jeff. And I have you in my description and everything. Your channel.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Well, I mean, I've had fun. I can't believe how fast. It's 9:00 here in my time zone for you people in chat. 10:00, I think, for you. And neither one of us were hurry. We talked about it, but I gotta be honest with you. I don't wear a watch ever. I will never get slave to the clock. I worked long and hard to not have to punch in and punch out. I used to have to do all that. So I don't care what time it is, but I don't want to be disrespectful to you and your time. But
no, it's cool.
We'll close it up here in a little bit, but I just want you guys in chat. I mean, if there's any questions for Rob, please now's the time. So you can download. Yeah, Stacy, no. I like gaming. I do. I don't play a lot of games. I don't know if you know that game, but I got sick. I still lived with my parents. I must have been in college, and I got like the flu or something, or no, I don't know, whatever. So I was like stuck in my house, and I bought Civilization like 3, and like Civilization like 9 is out now, and it's a spectacular game. But I mean, I guess I play other games. You mentioned what's the bird one? The fly you mentioned, Angry Birds.
Yeah, I haven't played that in a while, but yeah,
it's addicting, right? But I work with kids, and so I try to keep up with games. A couple of the kids were in chat. I saw a couple of the names, at least 2. And apparently Fortnite is like kid crack right now. Oh my gosh. Everybody's playing that game. I played like 4 minutes of it once. I'm like, I don't get it. I'm out of here.
Yeah,
but,
it's tough. Yeah, but the other one I played, the Call of Duty Black Ops 4, I've never been into that stuff. And the guys talk me into getting it. I love it. It's just a fun game. I stink at it, but it's just fun to run around the town and sneak on people and everything. So it is a little bit like Fortnite, but it's cool. I like it. It's a little bit different.
We picked up the PS4 about a year ago, and I bought Star Wars, whatever the Star Wars game is, and
that's a great game.
I love it. They played it.
Battlefront, yeah.
Very, very. I guess they got another one coming out, but I'll have to buy them here in a little bit. But it's fun, and it's amazing too. Do you remember the game Myst?
Yeah.
I thought that was like the highest level of graphics and music. Now it looks like an old coloring book from the 70s compared to what you guys got going on. It's quite amazing. So, I've enjoyed this thoroughly. It's funny. I was a little worried because I was going to be a little unprepared, but you got my interest, so I knew it would go smoothly.
I'm never worried. Someone asked if I like Friends, the TV show. Yeah. I've probably seen every episode about, I don't know, 15 times each, because actually we go to sleep to it. We put it on at night and we watch it. So it's kind of like, it's bizarre. I still watch this show over and over again. But you know what? I think it's because it's funny because the show Mom is after it on the local channel here. And I never watched Mom. And it's actually a really good show. So like, Mom? If it's that show Mom, yeah, I think never heard of it. It's a CBS show, and it's on after it. I forget who's in the girl from West Wing's in it, and I just forget who. But yeah, check it out. It's a good show, and it's on after Friends. So like it's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and like if it gets to that, like one night I started watching, I'm like, this show is good. I'm like, I gotta go to sleep. That's why I put Friends on, so I fall asleep to Friends.
So Gonzo, are you hearing what he says? It puts him to sleep. Gonzo and
I've seen it so many times. So.
Well, Gonzo and I have this argument. Gonzo's wrong.
Oh, that's something you have. It's something you guys do. Okay.
Yeah. Gonzo thinks that Friends is good, and apparently the whole rest of the planet does too. It had like 4 good episodes, and then they just I don't like.
What, Friends?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like it.
I don't remember the last time I laughed at a sitcom. I thought Everybody Loves Raymond was pretty funny.
That's a great show.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I was on the set of that when I went. I did
Really?
you know, you're a Dodger fan, but I went to the episode where the Mets were on, like the 69 Mets were on the episode or something. We got to go on the set and we saw all the Mets. And Raymond and Robert waved to us, which was kind of cool.
So
that's all we did. It was just part of the tour. And we said hi to him. I didn't see the show or anything.
So cool.
I've got to see a lot of cool shows over the years and everything.
Well, I was just mostly trying to make sure that Gonzo still knows that Friends stinks, even if Rob likes it. But you know what? It's fun. And I love me some Jennifer Aniston too. So that's the whole thing. But
Stacy's saying, remember one night we were playing live, and I was killing my partners more than the rest of the guys. Yeah, Stacy, because I just stink. I was doing it. I did it the other day. I shot. Brandon, he got mad at me. So.
You can hit resets. It's not like
no.
Who was Dick Cheney? Didn't Dick Cheney shoot somebody when he was out hunting or something?
So, yeah.
I think so. I actually have had 1,000 different topics, and it made it so fun.
I think we're good. Yeah, we covered me. Thank you so much. But Jeff, I like that you said it right off the bat, and you made me feel comfortable and everything. You just said, what did you say in the beginning? And I said, I wanted you to say it. I think I said it too.
I don't know what I said.
Just about how I think I'm different or something, or you were saying just the way
I don't know what I said, but I know what I thought. I think that people should be themselves, and so I would say this. I make the joke that if you're really into shoelaces, I mean, you're passionate about shoelaces and you want to share that, you're going to find a million other people on YouTube that are going to love shoelaces just like you. Just if we're just like, I don't know. I work with kids. I've said that a few times, and I'm a big self-esteem guy. I love me some me. I don't have a self-esteem issue. If I do, I need to tone it down a little bit. But I think it's just because what's not to like about Rob and Jeff and Stacy and Angela and fill in the blank. We all have these things that we're passionate about, but something happens in junior high and we go, oh, somebody might not like my fill in the blank. Yeah. Give a flying flip what other people say. I don't understand it. I really don't. And I think that this YouTube thing and the social media thing, it's got its negative and it's got its positive. I think one of the most positive things is we can be us and find other people. Meg, are you still in here? Mickey's Magic says it's better than me. She's found her people, I think is how she said it. I remember she was kind of getting emotional one night. It was very, very sweet, and she was talking about it, and it made me feel really good for her.
Yep.
People that are going to love the 20 things that you love. I love bacon. I don't want people, I mean, my wife, bacon, baseball, Disney. Those are my favorite things. My kids, you know. That's awesome. I love it. Why not share what you love? And that's what I like about your channel. It's not just Disney. It's what Rob Fuz loves. And you know what? If you have car talk, I'm probably not going to listen because I don't care about what happens under the engine. I just want it to go. Right. But you know, there's so many things that I just think people should share their passions. That's I don't know. I'm getting
thank you so much. Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. Appreciate it. So thank you. But I like that because you got me like right off the bat. So I like that. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you saying that. You've been a great guest.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me on.
It's been so easy to talk to you because
good luck to getting to 2,000 subscribers yourself, and
hopefully I'll race
there soon too. It's just funny. Like I told Jeff, I think in the beginning, or maybe I was telling Bobbert, it's getting all thing, but like there's so many millions of people, you know, like we're kind of like small community. Let's stick together. Let's promote each other. Let's try to get more subscribers for each other. So,
amen. Well, as your channel grows, as you know, my Disney park memories, you know, part of Rosa's world. I'm just looking at who's in the chat right now. It doesn't hurt anyone that you get a sub. It only helps us if they can go to your channel to get content that they like, and we have. I mean, why? Like, when you get those, do you ever use vidIQ or TubeBuddy or any of those where they have?
Yeah.
So we want to be attached to videos like ours, right? Doesn't that make sense? The next video, YouTube wants you to stay on YouTube, and if they go from Rob to Jeff,
right,
I'm happy, or vice versa. It doesn't. The jealousy is just weak-minded little people. So, anyway.
On that note, Captain Akron, thank you, buddy. He's a good friend of mine too.
That's awesome.
I see some of my people in here. So, Brady, Dave.
It's to end, guys. I really enjoyed this.
I had a great time too. Thanks again.
So I'll keep you if you don't mind hanging for a minute. thank you to you afterwards. But guys in chat, if you have any out here, let me throw his link in here one more time.
Thank you so
We had
much.
like over 30 in here earlier. We're down to 19 now. But if you're one of those people who has not yet hit the subscribe button for
Thank you guys.
Mr.
And definitely
Rob.
my friends too. Check out Jeff. He's awesome. So
Appreciate it. There you go. I didn't put your Twitter in there. I didn't put your Facebook in there because I hate those
all that
things.
stuff. Yep.
Whatever. I'll probably throw it on the description later, and
Thank you
I'll
so
put
much.
the thumbnail and all that. Chat, thanks for being
Thanks,
here.
Hank.
Go
Thanks
give me some love. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I think that's it for tonight, guys. So, Rob, if you hang for a minute, that'd be great. Go do something awesome for somebody, especially for Rob. Smash the subscribe button. That's it for now. Have the best day ever, guys. Later.
Thank you so much.